جعلت في الأرض مساجدنا والبيت الأول كعبتنا.
Everybody at some time in their lives asks themselves, who made me?
Dr. Laurence Brown from the USA.
Let's talk about people are excited, because you mentioned the word excited. I'm sure they're excited to hear how you came to Islam. Talk about this. Talk about your past religious experiences and what led you to Islam.
Sure. Actually, you know, it's kind of a fun topic for me because most people assume that I was Christian before I became Muslim. Mm-hmm. And I have to correct them. I have to tell them no. I was trying very hard to be a Christian. I had tried for many years to be a Christian in many different ways, and it just never worked out for me. And I get a lot of funny looks when I say that. But the bottom line is that what happened was that I started on a spiritual search about 19 years ago. I had a daughter who was born with what's called a coarctation of the aorta. It's a lethal problem, meaning that a child born with this condition most often dies, and they usually die in a particularly bad way, meaning that they have open heart surgery, and then a few years later they repeat the open heart surgery, and then a few years later they repeat it. As the child is growing, they have to increase the size of the graft, and in the end these children die. So this was the first time when I got the news of her condition. This is the first time in my life I felt I had no control. I couldn't do anything about this situation. Every time before in my life, when there was a problem, I dealt with it on my own. If I needed more money, I worked harder. If this needed fixing, I found somebody or I fixed it myself, etc., etc. And everybody knows what I'm talking about. When this baby was born, her name was Hannah, she went straight to the intensive care unit. Her body from here down was almost the color of my suit, closer to the color of your suit, just kind of a dusky gunmetal.